And he's gone. Wow, we didn't even get 90 seconds. Really? Okay. Oh, I don't want that. Why is that there? I don't want that there. There we go. So, tonight we're going to do a first look at this new game. It's not out yet. It's called Possible 1 Lunar Industries. And I was offered a game key by Player Found. So thank you very much to Player Found for the key. You may have seen Discount Engineer stream this the other day. He also received a free key from Player Found, so that was very nice of them. But yes, it's releasing in the second quarter of this year. It's I think the key I've got is to the beta playtest. So, you know, it's not ready for release, it's not ready for early access, it's in beta testing, so it needs a little bit of your patience. I've played a little bit of it to try and learn my way around it a little bit, and I have noticed that there are some things that are not in the game yet that are kind of necessary. I don't know whether they intend to put them in the game, but, you know, you currently can't seem to reassign vehicles so that you can destroy the parking place that you put in the wrong spot, for example. Just a completely random example. I don't know where that one came from. I don't know why I thought of that one in particular. Is it releasing or releasing into early access? That is an excellent question. Does it say? Does it say? I'm not seeing one way or another. It just says releasing second quarter, so I don't actually know the answer to that. I kind of expect it's an indie dev, developed and published by Upstairs Games. I kind of expect it will be releasing into early access. I was in Minty's stream. I have seen Mugenics. I will not be playing it. I know it's a cat game, but no, it's not a Sophia cat game. But yes, I did see Minty streaming Mugenics this morning. And I did enjoy his voice acting in that stream. Also, thank you for the shout out for Minty. Possible 1 Lunar Industries. Stake your claim in the first realistic lunar colony management game. Use proven real-world technologies to plan and grow your colony, mine resources, ship them to Earth, and keep the board of directors happy in this science-based colony sim. Colony sim, right up my alley. Science-based, maybe a little bit less. But we can certainly have a look, because I know there's a bunch of you guys where something like this may indeed be right up your alley. So yeah, if that interests you, chuck it on your wish list. Let the devs know that that there's interest out there. That will be grand. And once we've played this for an hour or so, we will switch back over to Mechanica Atlas and continue where we left off last time. See if we can make our way through that game. The trailer for Mugenics funny, is it super? I haven't seen the trailer, must admit. And I did join Minty's stream partway through, so I haven't seen the beginning. Hey, Wanderer! Yeah, I will not be playing Mugenics. I saw Minty playing it, and there was, you know, battles and dead cats, and not for Sophia. But I did enjoy the art, and I did enjoy the some of the dialogue. And so on. There is a lot to like about the game that I saw. It's just definitely got some aspects to it that makes it not really one for Selphayas and Tuxes, who is now sitting on the floor. It's quite warm in here, so that's probably why. Anyway, let's jump on into Impossible one, Lunar Industries. Name your expedition. Moon Expedition 2. I did watch Discount Engineer's VOD, and he had a bit of a chuckle at the fact that the first game you create is called Moon Expedition 2, and he was like, I wonder what happened to Moon Expedition 1, and now I can't unthink that, so I'm sharing that with you. The very first time you start a game, its suggestion for name your expedition is Moon Expedition 2. Let's have a moment of silence for Moon Expedition 1, shall we? Unsinkable. Tuxelfire exploitations. Can we fit all of that? Unsinkable Tuxelfire exploit. Nope. Unsinkable Tuxelfire explo. It's as far as I can get. I mean, that's how we got Tux's Cult of Ore, right? Explo. How was I going to finish that? Maybe it was going to be Unsinkable Tuxelfire Explosions. I'm good with explosions. Let's go with that. Cue the video. No, Tuxtanic is our flotsam game.
Today, we are doing what everyone thought was impossible, making a permanent, sustainable, manned presence on the moon. While everyone else was eyeing Mars, we saw opportunity closer to home. Our alliance of businesses, investors, and talent got us to the moon. It's up to us to stay there. These coming days will push us, will test us, but inside Shackleton Crater's darkness is our future. Our ingenuity, our discoveries, our refineries will improve life on Earth and help us take a larger step out into the stars. So, take a bow, but remember, today was the easy part. A lot of things could go wrong, and the whole world is watching us. No pressure, right? Okay, people. Let's get to work.
No pressure.
Welcome to Shackleton Crater, where you'll be risking everything on the biggest gamble of our lifetime. You'll do what others thought impossible. Build the first permanent industrial base on the moon. Let's get started.
Right. I have actually remapped these to different keys, but it won't let me pass through the tutorial unless I press the keys it wants me to press, even though those keys do absolutely nothing. So we'll just do this little dance, zoom out as far as we can, out, 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 and that's where we are. We are 4.2 kilometers deep. It is minus 200 degrees Celsius. We are 375,000 some measure from home. I didn't see whether it was kilometers or miles.
To start your moon base, you'll need to build a landing pad and a road to connect it to a hub. The scanner is your first tool for lunar construction. Anywhere you want to build must be scanned first before you do anything else.
In the shadow of the crater, it's got to be cold. It is minus 200 degrees Celsius, according to that little snippet we got when we zoomed all the way out. Why does our lander look like something from 2009? I don't know. I like it. I think it looks cute. Although I will note that the scanner has got 03 on it as well. So again, what happened to 1 and 2? We got a satellite dish on our lander hub. I don't know what these yellow things are. I don't know. I kind of like the designs. I like the art. Yeah, periapsis, it wasn't that it wasn't working, it's that I thought I soft-locked myself, but it turns out I just missed something, so that's okay. Okay, so we need to scan the terrain.
Beginning scan.
Hydrazine tanks. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, why are we frozen? Uh-oh, this didn't happen before. Game, don't do this. I've played you twice without any problems. Why are you frozen? No frozen. Audio's still running. Why are we frozen? The game isn't saying that it's Oh, I hit pause. Okay. I was going to say Task Manager doesn't say that it's not responding. I hit pause, but because it's taken our UI away from us, I couldn't see that.
The dozer removes obstacles, like moon rocks, so you can build structures or deploy landers on flat terrain. An important resource for building structures.
Alright, so our dozer can clear the regolith away. Oh wait, I was still working on that. Alright, second lander coming in.
Copy. Locking radar. Visual contact. 5% drift. 22. 15. Locked. 6. Throttle down. Touchdown.
It's full of aliens.
From both landers, you can now build a pad. This location is deep in Shackleton Crater's darkness. Clean an area and then deploy a portable range extender for light.
So we just got a forklift come down in that lander. The ramps bother you? I love them. I love the way they fold out like that. I think that's great.
Nothing here to clear.
We've got the dozer, we've got a scanner, we've got a forklift. I have no idea where power is coming from. Like we obviously have additional batteries on the landers. Now, come on, suspension disbelief, people. What's wrong with the ramps? They work? Right, they work. They fold out, the things drive down them. It's all good. It's all good. Which way are we facing? We are facing... this way. Alright, so we want to build a portable range extender. I guess we'll put it down there. I don't know that it really matters. Brought some plutonium to keep us warm and power the eventual flux capacitor. Excellent! Pleased to hear it.
Light, this space is ready to be scanned and cleared for the landing pad.
All
The
right.
landing pad must be built away from your landers. Propulsion from rockets turns lunar rocks into shrapnel. For safety's sake, build the pad here.
Yes, sir! If aliens eat our landers, they will regret it. Yeah, I can't imagine that I mean, I don't know, maybe the aliens, get their nutrients directly from minerals and ore, and therefore metal might be delicious for them. You never know. Maybe their alien biology needs heavy radioisotopes. Gosh, I hope not. All right, we're going to build a launch pad. And then the space shuttle can come. Lunar dune worms? Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious.
Deployment
Walk without rhythm.
Now it's time to build the hub. Use this area for its construction. Build a road from the landing pad to its location here.
So it says use this location, but doesn't actually show you what it's talking about. It's talking about this location down here. So we need to mark out a road. Sheep 198, hello, hello. Also, we've already been here for a week. Like, time ticks forward at a ridiculously fast pace. I'm not entirely sure why they have time ticking forward that fast. I get that, like, you know, these things do take a little bit of time, but you're going at like an hour every 5 seconds or something. Like, it's kind of crazy.
Our land pad is ready for shipment.
Yes, there is a kitty yelling in the background. What are you doing, buddy? Where are you going? You haven't finished. Where are you going? Victor! Okay, but Wanderer, you need to recall that not everybody who plays a computer game is going to have the level of knowledge that that you might have. This game would not be remotely accessible if it was designed with your depth of knowledge in mind. I would not be able to play this game. Alright, shipment.
Click and drag the selection into the cargo hold. For this delivery, choose food, water, and parts.
They say that, but you actually can't choose anything at all except to add food. At this point. That's all you can do with this particular delivery. We're also getting 2 astronauts.
Delivery rocket inbound. Deployment complete.
You appreciate Against the Storm soft-locked you for doing something stupid in the early game. Nice. Moon Hauler with the icon of a howling wolf. Okay.
Your ship has arrived, but you won't always be able to count on help from Earth. Survival on the moon means careful planning, smart decisions, and staying calm in emergencies. Your moon base has just started. Anything can happen 250,000 miles from home, and safety is not assured deep in Shackleton Crater.
Okay, but it said 375,000 before when we zoomed out. Okay, so we now have a few other things that it wants us to do, but let's have a look around. We can have, so a roster limit of 8 astronauts. We have 2 sleeping pods, of which there are 2 astronauts currently here. So we can't have any more astronauts yet. Our reputation is 100%, but we will lose 4% every week. Okay. There's going to be heating and cooling to manage. Joy. I'm so good at that. Electricity. Battery consumption production. Cool. All right. Production items, storage, and what we've got in it, which at the moment is absolutely nothing. Construction items, build kits, control unit, industrial components, machine parts, moving components, plates, precision machinery, regolith 0. We've collected a lot of regolith. And robotics. We've got 30 spare parts, 30 units of water, 55 food, 0 hydrogen. There we go. Moon hauler, but it's a semi-lifting body. I don't even know what that means. If you remember your training correctly, DC, one of the lessons was titled, "Don't dig up the big box of plutonium, Mark." Next, they'll introduce roofs. Fortunately, these are prefab buildings. I don't have to give them roofs. All right, missions and tutorials. Greetings, Director. Creating the humanity's first permanent settlement on the lunar surface is a complicated task. Love complicated. That will require careful planning. Missions and sub-objectives will appear on your HUD. If you require additional information as to how to complete these, you can click the question marks appearing next to them. This will provide you with instructional videos and additional information on how to complete them. Okay, let's click a question mark. Build a parking lot. Anybody else singing the song? All parking spots are full. Your vehicles need space to recharge between missions. Open the construction menu, select and build a vehicle parking spot to support more rovers. Rovers are the lifeblood of a lunar base. Give them power and they give you the moon. Build a scout bay. Scout bay holds the Scout, an important vehicle that allows you to send it to explore uncharted terrain and discover water or iron nodes. Water sounds like it might be an important thing for us. Your base can't house any more astronauts. It's time to expand. Open the construction menu and build a new habitat to welcome the next crew. There's a lot of issues with punctuation in this text. I'm not sure why. Especially apostrophes, apparently. Okay. Now, I learnt the hard way to give some consideration to where I want the roads to go because, as I mentioned, I built the parking lot and then I decided I wanted to move the parking lot somewhere else because I wanted the road to go through the place where I had built it. And I was not able to do that. The game does not currently have any means to pick up and move anything you've already built. And even when I built a second parking lot, it still wouldn't let me demolish the first one because it kept telling me that there were vehicles assigned to it, but we have no control over that. There was no way for me to reassign them or to decommission the vehicle parking. Like, basically, I was fucked. So, until they figure out that people need to be able to go actually move things one way or another, which hopefully will come later in the game, I am going to have to be a little more cautious about how I build. All right, so let's put some more roads down to start with. So the other thing that kind of weirded me out is that, like, now this range extender is disabled and these are disabled, or rather they say they're damaged and that they're active, but they're not doing anything and you can't demolish them for parts. It won't let you. So I don't know what this is about. I will be thrilled to know that the Crust, a similar moon-based colony builder, has bases, gardens, beds, employees, rovers, dining rooms, and other amenities, but no roofs because it's underground. I don't know, this one's kind of growing on me, I must admit. I mean, you guys are only seeing this for the first time, but I have played it a little bit to familiarise myself with it. Because anybody who's been around the channel for a long time knows that whilst blind playthroughs can be fun, when you're talking about something like this, they can also just mean frustrated, cranky self-out, so I thought it was prudent to familiarise myself with it just a little bit. Now, while you're doing that, and since we don't have anything else happening, let's go do some scanning, shall we? I honestly don't know how necessary this is, because it seems like we can already see everything that's going on. But, I mean, sure, why not, right? We can also order some more stuff from Earth. And we are going to need so many build kits, it's not even funny. I already know that. We don't have any robotics, precision machinery, or moving components, so let's see how many of those we can squidge in here. I'm assuming moving components and moving parts are the same thing. Oh no, moving parts and moving components are different things. Moving parts aren't on the list at all. Does that mean we don't have any? I don't know. That's too much weight for us to add anything else, so I guess we'll just take that for now. Send out Percy. Considering this game's already violated 2 of the cardinal rules, keybinds, letting you control your base resource allocation, you're kind of surprised. Well, I mean, it did say at the beginning, I don't know if maybe you weren't here, I can rebind the keys. It's just that the game tutorial wants you to press WASD particular. They haven't tied the tutorial to the actual keybinds. They've tied it to the keys on your keyboard, which is, you know, obviously a lesson that they will have to learn that doesn't work because I've rebound my keys. So it just meant that I had to press WASD, even though it didn't do anything. But the key rebinding does work. I am currently pressing IJKL right now. So you can rebind the keys. It's just that the tutorial doesn't recognize it. And yeah, it's a beta playtest. It's not like I leave a lot of. I'm happy to give a lot of leeway to games that aren't even in early access yet. Like they are way before that. So yeah, but once you release your game and start charging people money for the privilege of playing it, then I start getting a bit more judgy about things like keybinds and resource allocation and so on and so forth. All right, so first things first, let's go with a. Let's build the living quarters first. So let's do the habitat. Let's just. Can we get away with that? I feel like maybe we can. But we are going to have to tell it to build the corridor as well. Because for all that the blueprint shows you the corridor, it's actually only showing you where the corridor has to be. You still have to put the blueprint down for the corridor separately. You loved Asker, but they need to fix a ton of stuff, and adding features is awesome, but you wanted it to be more playable. That's fair, yeah. All right, so we have a habitat. We have received our second shipment. All right, so let's build some vehicle parking. Oh, hang on, let's clear some of this stuff first.
Nothing here to clear.
Not that it isn't playable, just things annoyed you. I mean, different things annoy different people, right? Everybody has different priorities. Anybody in the channel for any length of time knows that I am particularly sensitive to people who don't acknowledge the need for people to interact with their game in different ways. So basically accessibility. For me, I'm talking specifically about being left-handed. WASD is not comfortable for me. But other people have more specific accessibility needs. And so I'm pretty judgy of games that don't facilitate giving people those options. But also, as I said, this is an early beta playtest, and they've put key rebinding in there already, so. Inflatable corridors on the moon. I don't know if that's what they are. They're like insulated corridors. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Although I've just made it put a corridor to the road, which is maybe not the most sensible thing I've ever done. Is there a way to build a road? Like what is... Can I build the road like a bridge that goes over it? No? That's probably not the wisest thing I've ever done. Maybe I should have put the road through here. Actually, that's not a bad plan. Let's put the road through here. And let's demolish these ones. So obviously I need to be able to connect things via these corridor things, right? You found out from Draven that No Rest for the Wicked is vastly improved on controller. Yeah, that's... Look, some games are better on controller. That doesn't change the fact that it annoys the shit out of me when they're unplayable without a controller. I now have one. But my preference still is to use keyboard and mouse. I'm just going to go scan all these little... I've already done that one. So yeah, I don't enjoy games that are like, you have options, but really use a controller. I don't love that. Outside is fiberglass, second layer is Kevlar, under that is aluminum, under that is plastic. They unwind and inflate them. Okay. Okay, so we need a garage and a scout bay, and our dozer is already damaged. So let's find the vehicle garage. Here it is. And this also needs to be attached via a corridor. Well, that's kind of poopy. I kind of wanted to put it like here, but we can't put anything on that big rock yet, and I've now built a road through here, so I guess I'll just put it next to the habitat. Maybe I'll put it this way, and then we can build a second habitat there if we want to. Put the vehicle garage there. So now what have we got? We need industrial components, plates. Okay. Let's get some. Industrial components are heavy mofos. Plates are also heavy mofos. Grab some robotics. We'll grab some more build kits. How many build kits can we fit? That much. Alright.
Deployment complete.
It's super vulnerable to micrometeorites, though? Ah. Sometimes it's an incredible challenge to map a gameplay style from controller to keyboard in a smooth and satisfying way. I get that. I do. I do. But you still got to do it. You still got to do it. Okay, so we need personnel. We need an engineer. Isla, you can work in vehicle maintenance. Sorry, mechanic. We have one scientist, one mechanic. We do not yet have an engineer. Okay. The garage has no power. Alright. And we do not have plates. Oh, I've ordered plates. So, the electric relay extends power grid range to nearby structures, and the range extender extends the range of your operational base. Okay. So, where can I put that? You're not in range of the building. That you are. I'll put that there. Anything that relies on twin sticks is hard to do with keyboard and mouse. Not impossible, but challenging as an example. I guess. Yeah.
Deployment complete.
Alright, so we have extended the electric grid, but we're not actually making power, right? So we probably need to do something about that. Microreactor generates electricity. It requires 3 plates, 3 control units, and has to be manned by a scientist. Produces 30 power. And if we put it there, it costs us less power. I think? No, it reduces the heat. Why aren't you telling me that statistic? I thought it told me that statistic somewhere. Where is that? No? Anyway, yes, the green my icon with the snow thing is a reduced heating. I'm quite sure that this showed me that stat. Or maybe it's not showing me because this doesn't produce heat. Yeah, okay. Minus 20% heat generation on the Scout Bay. Okay. It's because this doesn't actually... well, if that's the case, then there's no point in putting it on one of those spots, right? Where shall we put it? Maybe we'll put it there. And then we can continue the corridor out. That's not the worst idea I've ever had. Build a Scout Bay.
Deployment complete.
Can put that. Put there. There. Oh, it has to actually be sitting on this tile to get the reduced heat generation. And we can't put it there because it doesn't... I don't understand why it doesn't like there being a road tile. Because as far as I can tell, the tile in front of it is a road tile, so it's like it's objecting to the fact that I've already put one down, which I don't quite get. Like, if you want a road tile and there's already a road tile, isn't that a good thing? I don't know. I'm assuming it wants a road tile anyway. Seems to be what it wants. So the red tiles do the opposite. The red tiles, so this is increase in, or rather a decreased power efficiency. It costs you more power if you place a building on this tile. And it decreases the cooling efficiency, increases the heat generation if you place it on this one. But that doesn't mean you can't build things on those tiles, right? So we already found that the microreactor doesn't require cooling. So we can put a microreactor onto these tiles with absolutely no issues whatsoever because the building doesn't produce heat. And presumably there will be buildings that don't consume power where we can place them on the power efficiency ones without any negatives. So you just kind of got to factor that in when you're placing things down, I guess. Okay, so we need a scientist on the microreactor and we need a scientist on the Scout Bay. We only have one. So we have a habitat, which means we can now house another 4 astronauts. We need at least 1 engineer, I'm sure. More mechanics. Right now, we just need another scientist. So let's bring some more people in. We can bring in Penny, the scientist. We could bring in Sam, the engineer. And we can bring in Cole, the mechanic. We are shortly going to need the excavator, so let's grab that. And we'll also get some food because we are about to more than double our personnel. Those are in maintenance, Scout Bay, no personnel. Oh yeah, I know.
Shipment has arrived.
Okay, so now we can add
New astronauts
Caleb
have
or
arrived.
Penny to the scout bay. Why do you have something on... Wait, what is this? What is this? Oh, Caleb's already employed. Okay. I don't quite know what that little icon means, to be honest. Penny's not assigned anywhere, so Penny can work in the scout bay. We can toss Cole into the vehicle garage for the time being. Now, how do I get the... Oh, that's right, it's here. Surface actions. So, ground survey. Can you please come and survey this? And then this? If you hold shift, you can place multiple, as it says up here. Penny, does that mean we can call her Moon Pie? What does... I don't understand the connection between Penny and Moon Pie. Is that a reference? I don't know. Survey complete. Scouts report a high albedo formation jutting out of the local regolith. It doesn't match the surrounding basalt. It could be a pristine meteorite impactor or deep crustal material exposed by a recent moonquake. A geological survey is required to determine its origin. We can take option 1, open source the data, benefits global academia and keeps our mission in the news, increases our reputation by 5 and gives us a discovery point. I don't yet know what the discovery points are for, but hey, they sound fun. Option 2, broadcast a high-res surface tour, maximizes public height and media coverage, reputation +10. Now, personally, I have zero freaking interest in media hype. So I'm not going to take this. I don't care. At all. Do not. We get +5 reputation here anyway, so, you know, let's take this one. Oh, right. Big Bang Theory. Right. So yeah, I don't know what this front tile is. Is this not a road? I thought it was a road. Scouts report another high albedo. Wait. What? Why aren't you doing the ice? Did I not tell you to do the ice first? I'm quite certain that I told you to do the ice first. And yet you're doing everything else. Could you kindly... Oh, no, you won't? You think you've done it? Okay. I don't know why we didn't get a scout pop-up for the ice. We only got a scout pop-up for those other things. But yeah, is this not a road? Is that not what that is? I can put the road back down now, but I couldn't build the scout bay when the road was already there. Okay, that sounds like bug behavior to me. I call shenanigans. I call shenanigans. I don't know how we're going to get these corridors across the road. I have to assume that there will be a way to do that at some point. Needs to be unoccupied. Yeah. So that is definitely an early access issue where it needs to be unoccupied, but they need to put in a unless it's a road, right? If it's a road, it's fine. Okay, so we need a mining site. How do I do that? That's a medical bay. Cafeteria. Well, cafeteria sounds like a good thing. Has to be a cafeteria, has to be staffed by a scientist. I'm a little bit scared of scientists making my food. Got to admit. A little bit scared. Where's the miner? Oh, that's right, it's here. We'll put that down. Can I rotate this? Oh, I can. Which way do I want it to go? Let's put it that way. Wait, no, that wasn't there. Grr. Okay, so now you want a refinery. Water refinery converts raw ice from mining sites into water. can put that there. Wait, why am I not getting the... Oh, there it is. Oh, you can get minus heat generation times 2 if you put it across both of them. That would be cool, but we can't quite fit it, so let's put it there. What we really need is a swimming pool. What? I've asked for your blueberry muffins before. You're not just a scientist, you're a mad scientist. Well, true, but what I mean is that being a scientist and being able to cook are two separate things. Baking is actually closer to being a scientist than cooking is. So how do I assign the refinery to the... no trucks assigned. How do I assign trucks? Choose a refinery. Well, I'd love to, but you're not letting me click on the thing. Automated. Do we not have... Oh, we don't have a truck. Okay. And we need to put someone in here. Sam, congratulations. You are working in the water refinery. We don't have a truck. We need to order a truck. Give to me a truck. And while you're at it, you better send me some more food. And some more plates. Can we take the weight of industrial components? Hell no. Alright. Control units? Where are they? 100. We can take that. That will work. Got 150 left. Let's just grab another pack of build kits. Or, how much does food weigh? Food weighs 200. Let's just grab another pack of build kits. There we go. More meat bags next time around. Yeah, I want to get the water production happening before we bring more meat bags. Depends on the kind of scientist. You trust chemists to cook before a physicist to be sure, but you don't trust physicists to cross the street without supervision. Oh, mean.
Shipment has arrived.
Okay, so hopefully that will auto-assign the truck. Yes, it has. Use a refinery number 1. Can I rename the Can I name it something else?
Shut down due to overheating.
Okay, now we have a heating issue. And why is that? Well, because we've accumulated 50% heat for cooling. If we've only accumulated 50% heat, why are we overheating? I mean, I get that we would be overheating very shortly, but it kind of looks like we shouldn't have yet. Cooling system dissipates heat generated by your facilities. Okay. Consumes 5 power. I'd really love to put it there. I just don't know how we can make that work with the corridors. Minus 20% power requirements. And we can't put it here because we can't build the corridor because we can't get rid of these big boulders yet. There's a lot of can'ts. Why is there so many can'ts? I would like some cans, please. Where are my cans? Yeah, but like seriously, how do I get a corridor and a road in the same place, because we're going to get into trouble at some point where we can't place one or the other. I really want to put it there. Why is this red? Why is it saying minus 20% power requirement times 2? Minus 20%. Why is it in red? Don't understand why that's in red. It's not in red here. Why is it saying... Why? Why? Wait, is 70k, is that 70 Kelvin? So minus 200 C is 70k? No, it's green, so it reduces the power requirement. I just don't understand why it's in red. It shouldn't be. There's no reason for it to be, as far as I can tell. Because it definitely does consume power. I don't understand. I'm a bit confused. Yeah, if I try to put it on one of the power ones, it gives me it in red. Don't understand. Well, I'm putting it there anyway. We'll see what happens. Also, let's put down one of these. Although you won't have power out there, right? We need the power extender.
Deployment complete.
What is going on there? Oh, I see. It's dissipating it down into the ground. How interesting. How interesting. I've created a problem for myself here though, haven't I? Because I can't build over here at all. So we may as well put the power extender over here. Text should be green or blue, not red, matching the bonus tile. Yeah, but it's in white when you can make use of it. That's why I don't understand why it's doing what it's doing. Like if I go to place the scout bay, which consumes power and generates a little bit of heat. If I go to place that here, it gives me the minus 20% power requirement is in white and the minus 20% heat generation is in red. If I shift it forward, the minus 20% power requirement is now in red. Even though it wasn't back here, like, I really don't understand why it's doing that at all. Alright, restart industry. Oh, hang on, unpause the game.
Production has been restored.
Okay, this is interesting. The cooling system works even if the corridor is not built. Does that mean it doesn't actually need a corridor? Oh, it needs personnel. Alright. And it needs hydrogen. We don't have any hydrogen. Okay. Well, let's get coal out of here. We'll put coal in here. I guess we better order some hydrogen. Auto pauses when we're here. All right. I don't know why we need to order hydrogen. We apparently can't produce it ourselves. Or at least not yet. We need plates again. We need more meat suits. So what have we got? We've got 2 scientists, 1 engineer, 2 mechanics. So let's bring Prescott, Sheldon, because we've already got Penny, right? And Franklin. 3 different faces. We do have food. We might grab a water pack. Nope, we can't afford that. That weighs too much. Industrial components or machine parts. We can carry the machine parts. I think the industrial components will be too heavy. Yeah. Definitely. Well, we can bring a second hydrogen pack then. Machine parts. I think we can take machine parts. Not enough beds on site. Okay. So we can only get 2 more people. Okay, well. So we'll bring an engineer. And I guess we'll bring the scientist. Oh no, we can't bring... Why can't we bring 2 people? Oh, I see. They're not using the other sleeping pods now. So we can't sleep 8. We can only sleep 6. Well, the whole point of this is that I want personnel. So I guess we need another habitat. Where can I put that? Put it there. So I don't think it's going to let us go out this way. Terrain unsuitable for construction. Yeah, so we may as well whack it there. Now, we also wanted a range extender. Has to be in range of this power unit though, right? I don't know if that will be in range or not. Oh, we haven't scouted this. You need to survey. Oh, what's this? Contracts.
Deployment complete.
No power. Why not? It's just outside of it. Alright, and I think we are consuming more power than we're producing, yeah. Alright. Tux, what are you doing, buddy? Absolute 0 is minus 273. Both scales have the same interval step. You're using words I don't understand. Need something to transfer the heat to. Space is kind of a terrible conductor. Makes DC a clearly necessary rum and coke. Ooh, yum. Oh, right. I was going to tell you about the last 2 days. Let me tell you about my last 2 days. Yesterday... No, hang on. Let's go back to the day before. What's today's window? On Monday, I had this random thought that popped up in my head that said, you know, it's been at least 18 months since the last time you had your car serviced. You should really check the fluids. And I set myself a reminder to do that. So I set the reminder on Sunday, actually. Monday I checked the fluids, and the oil dipstick didn't find any oil at all. That was a bit concerning. So yesterday morning, I popped down to Autobahn, which is an auto supply store, which is literally 2 minutes down the street from me, so I wasn't overly worried about driving the car. Because, it wasn't dry, right? Dipstick wasn't showing any oil, but the engine wasn't actually dry. There was no oil light on. It's, it was getting to a sufficiently concerningly low point, but it wasn't actually dry. So I could drive 2 to 3 minutes down the street. Super Cheap is all the way across town, Josephson. I wasn't going there. So I got to Autobahn, I went inside, I went to Bunnings first to grab a funnel and some toggle bolts, because I need toggle bolts to wall mount my TV. Completely different story, but I was across the street from Bunnings, so I went to Bunnings. But popped across to Autobahn, went in, got the oil, came back out, car wouldn't start. Oh, the irony. And it wouldn't start in a way that suggested to me that this was a battery problem, or at the very least I was hopeful that it was a battery problem, because if it wasn't a battery problem, it was an alternator or a starter motor problem, and those are both much more expensive to fix. So, I sat in the car for 5 or 10 minutes, let the engine cool down a bit more, and then I put the oil in it, because I figured, why not, right? Maybe it's not the battery. Maybe it just needs the oil. So I put the oil in it. I did actually just put a little too much in, but not so much that it's a problem. It'll burn off, it's fine. Still wouldn't start. So, booked a roadside NRMA visit. Now, if you're not from Australia, in Australia we have a number of roadside assistance services depending on what state you're in, but they operate nationally. So the NRMA is specifically the New South Wales version. There's the RACQ in Queensland, RACV in Victoria, but they're all networked together and they all operate, doesn't matter where you are. And I have had a roadside assistance membership with the NRMA for as long as I've been driving cars, because it's just not worth not having it, right? They will come out and help you out if you lock your keys in the car, if your battery dies, if you're broken down, you don't know why. And if they can't fix it on the spot, they'll also tow it to the nearest mechanic or your mechanic, provided you're within the distance, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I booked the NRMA. They said about an hour wait. I'm like, that's not a surprise. So I opened the windows, sat in the car. Wow, I contacted. So my plan yesterday, right? My plan yesterday had been pop on down to Autobahn, get the oil, drive home, let the car cool, and have my second cup of coffee. All of this, I'd only had 1 cup of coffee. Yeah. So there was that. So I'd only had 1 cup of coffee. I was supposed to be picking something up from Facebook Marketplace at 11:30, and I was supposed to be at the town a half an hour drive north at 12 o'clock. So I contacted both those people and said, so I'm currently sitting here waiting for the NRMA, definitely not going to be there at the time we discussed, may not be there at all, I'll let you know what's happening. And then I just sat in the cab with the windows open and read stuff on my phone. An hour passed and they still hadn't assigned me a person. Okay, well, I'll just sit here and wait some more. Anyway, the NRMA guy did eventually show up. I told him what was happening. We both kind of knew, I kind of knew it was going to be the battery. He confirmed it was the battery. I was pleased it was the battery because, as I said, the other options were much more expensive and time-consuming. So he replaced the battery, which was an expense I could have lived without. But it turns out that when you live in a regional area, and you're receiving social security benefits and you need your own transport to get around, your job provider will reimburse you for those costs. So apparently they're going to partially or fully reimburse me for that. So I'm like, you beauty. That was the good news during the day. Anyway, long story short, yesterday did not remotely go according to plan. But here's the kicker, right? Before I left the house, I went, when was the last time you did strength exercises? So I got my little resistance band out and I did some bicep curls and I did some, pull it up over my head the best I can with resistance bands because that's all I've got. So I did a bit of a workout, my upper arms and shoulders. Then I picked up a 2-drawer metal filing cabinet, put it in the back of my car. The guy I was buying it from helped me put it in the back of the car. I didn't carry it by myself, but last night's sleep was very uncomfortable. I got to tell you that. Because apparently it's been a really long time since I did strength-based exercises and my muscles wanted me to know that they were not impressed. So yeah, I didn't sleep very well last night. This morning, chilling out on the sofa, watching Minty Jones play Mugenics. Tux has decided that he's going to sit on my side table, so the coffee's sitting on my sofa next to me, which I forgot. So my sofa is now in 4 parts, whilst it dries from the coffee I knocked all over it this morning. So those have been my last 2 days. And I went, are you going to be in a good enough mood to stream tonight? And then I went, I really want to stream tonight because I really enjoy streaming and I could do with chat's company. So yeah, that's been my week. Yeah. I mean, on the plus side, I did get everything done yesterday that I had wanted to get done. Just not in the right order and not at the times that I'd previously planned. Because I was also popping round to Mum's to give her a hand with something. Anyway, hey Warped. How's your week been, chat? Because I really hope it's been better than mine. Anyway, what are we doing here? We are dealing with the fact that we're not producing enough power. We do not have the resources to build anything either. Okay, so what's this contracts thing? Order scouts to explore the darkness? Your new scout is ready to explore beyond the base. Okay. Open the surface actions menu, select scout, then left click anywhere in the darkness to reveal what lies ahead in Shackleton Crater. Ooh. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to go ahead and demolish the range extender. Because I'm not sure that that's the thing that we need right now. Okay, so what am I doing? Surface actions, scout. Surface actions, scout. Which way shall we send it? Let's send it out here. Oh, how far can I send it? I can send it to, like, there. Unpause. Where is the little dude? Oh! Oh! Oh, that was the other... No, right, that was the other survey. Also deeply insufficient amounts of coffee. It most certainly has not. Been better than mine. Oh, that's a shame. This week or next you have almost as many radioisotopes as your moon-based power system. Yeah, they're going to pump you full of them, aren't they? The rover's magnetometers. Magneto is on the moon with us, chat. The rover's magnetometers are spiking. Again, with the failure to apostrophe. I don't know what's going on with the punctuation, but the text thing doesn't seem to like it. We've stumbled into a lunar swirl, a localized magnetic field that is deflecting solar wind and shielding the surface regolith from weathering. We need to deploy a sensor array to map the field lines immediately. See, now this happened on the previous play, and I don't quite understand that. We are like however many kilometers below the surface in pitch darkness. Are we really receiving anything from the sun? Anyway, grant exclusive rights to Vanguard Research and Development, secure scientific and industrial data under a strict NDA. Let's do that. Industry points +1. I don't know what these points are. Magnetometers. Measure the strength of your genetic mutations in the Marvel Universe. Magnetometers. Okay. Our scout's going over here. What have you found, little buddy? You're drunk. But okay. That was a very winding path you took. Well, could you also go over here and show me what's out there?
Grade too steep for build.
I'm not trying to build. I just want it to drive there. Hey, what's this thing that's highlighted in blue? Penny. Penny is hovering in midair. You okay there, Penny? It's that, I'm a bit concerned. I'm a bit concerned about you, Penny. Right, we can't build anything because we don't have any of the anything. Okay, dokie. What's this contracts thing? What's this? Penny's a witch, burn her. Contracts on the Earth, 0. Contracts on the moon, 2. Who are we contracted with? Has someone taken a hit out on us? How do we have 2 bases? There are 2 bases on the moon. Is there somebody else up here with me? I'm a bit concerned. I am a little bit concerned. Never send werewolves to the moon. Well, I guess it depends on which werewolf law you're working with. If you're talking about werewolf law that says they transform involuntarily only on the nights of the full moon and do not have control over themselves for the duration of the full moon, yeah, agree. Don't send those werewolves to the moon. That sounds like an epically bad idea. However, if you're talking about the law that says that they can transform anytime they want voluntarily and they retain their own consciousness and have complete control over their actions, but, you know, the full moon gives them additional strength or something, sending them to the moon seems like a really great idea. Okay, yeah, still kind of worried about how we're going to connect to the...
And if that sort of life is what you wish.
Oh, also I've built something in the way of this road that I was trying to build, so I'm just going to... do you know what? I'm just going to get rid of this road. This road is not any value to us. I might leave this here for the car park. And in the meantime, we need stuff. Did we build another habitat? We did. Alright, so we can bring in an engineer. We can bring in... Where's our engineer? Prescott. We can bring Prescott. We can bring Sheldon. And we can bring Leah. We're still 1 behind on engineers, but okay. We've got heaps of water now. We're producing our own. Marvellous. Might not be a bad idea to grab another food pack. But what we actually need is we need build kits, we need plates. Plates are heavy. We have 0 hydrogen, that's a problem. Industrial components are crazy heavy. We might have to get that instead of the hydrogen. Or actually, how much do the people weigh? Okay, the people weigh something. We can't fit much else. Can we bring Leah? Oh yeah, we can. All right. We're not getting much of what we need from that shipment, but all right. Firefly Bug, thank you very much for your Prime resubscription. Been subscribed for 7 months. That's more than half a year. Ooh, oh, ooh.
Shipment
Oh, it
has
landed.
arrived.
Landed. All right, so we've
New
got people.
astronaut has arrived.
All right. So we need to order another shipment because that only gave us some of what we needed. We don't seem to have to pay for this. Like, there's no credits or finances or anything. Although we have more items than we have storage, so we need to build some storage. Now, we need some build kits. Let's grab 3. We need industrial components. No, we don't. We just got a pack of industrial components. We need machine parts. We need hydrogen. We have all this regolith, but so far nothing that we can do with it. And our reputation has dropped quite significantly, even though we keep getting +5, +5, +5. So I don't know what that's about. We also don't seem to be able to store electricity yet in batteries. What have we got in terms of control units? We've got heaps. And plates are heavy, aren't they? They weigh 300. We can, I think, fit them. And let's fill up this space with spare parts. That'll do. Can you imagine lycanthropes changing into normal people during full Earth? Questioning the concept of full moon when at the south pole of the moon. Full Earth, maybe? Maybe. Earth has phases from the moon. You assume the werewolves would change back during a full Earth that would make inhabiting the moon entertaining. Yeah, the cost of deliveries, there doesn't appear to be a cost of deliveries. Hang on, let me pause again. Except that, you know, we can only carry so much weight. I guess the company is just like, if you need it, we will send it to you. We don't have to pay for it in any way, but it's an interesting one. Now, where's the other microreactor? There. Okay, so we need a scientist to staff the microreactor. Let's plop a corridor there. Why are you wanting me to put one there? I suppose I could. I mean, sure, let's do that. Why not? Greenhouse. Generates food for 6 astronauts and raises the maximum astronaut cap by 12. That seems like a useful thing to have. Order scout. I say I've already sent the scout out twice and it hasn't done this. Establish Axion base. Maybe I have to explore further than I did. Microreactor. Let's pop you there. Oh yeah, building corridors on these. This is going to cost you more power spots. Seems like a great idea. How many scientists do we have? Oh, I think we do have a spare scientist laying around. Wait, there she is. I'm hilarious. I am hilarious, I know. So this wants to be a road. So what is this? Liquid pipes transports water or fuel between structure. Costs 5 plates. Does it have to be on the surface? It can connect to the corridors. Okay, so that's interesting. We can run water along the corridor collections, but not through buildings or under them. Okay. Fair, I guess. Do we want to? Is there value in doing that? Like, is there value in running water to the habitat, for example? Oh, I can't make any more because I don't have any more plates. Like, is that a valuable thing to do? I don't know. Let's just not do that until we... No, not the... Why can't I demolish the liquid pipes here? You're still saying I don't have plates. But I said no. Rescue Vulcan vehicle. Oh, cool. Why can't I demolish this blueprint here? Or is that there because the water refinery is there? Maybe that comes with pipes? Okay, so whatever we're supposed to have done in terms of scouting, we clearly have not met that criteria. So how far out can I send you? Go all the way out there. Put a scientist in here. Sheldon doesn't have a job. Output storage is full on the water. Okay. We actually do need to do something about storage. But we don't have plates. Oh my god. So far, I gotta admit, I feel like they need to do some balancing of how many resources it costs to build things versus how many you can obtain in a cargo shipment. Because, like, the plates, you get 20 plates, they weigh 300, and, like, I am running out of them every 5 minutes. I feel like there needs to be a little bit of balancing going on there. Seems like it could use a bit of tweaking. I mean, I assume we get to a point where we can make them, but right now we can't make shit. Like, we've got so much regolith it's not even funny, and so far we can't make anything with anything. We can make water.
Shipment has arrived.
We can build the greenhouse, which generates food. We can repair our garage. We can refine metal, but we haven't found anywhere to mine metal yet. Or can I just randomly, like, because this has like a mining site, it's got an ice icon on it. But we haven't sort of found any kind of metals mining location. I'm also not entirely sure what I have to do to make this go away. Because I've already scouted a lot. I scouted all the way out to here, and it's still not ticking this off. Does it want me to explore in a particular direction? Like, am I supposed to be going this way? If so, that's not remotely clear. Says it finds its own metal. Extracts raw resources from nearby deposits. Yeah, no, it wants a node. It's looking for... I can't just put it down wherever. It has to be on a mining node type thing. Tux, it's 5:30, buddy. It is not dinner time. I promise. I promise it's not dinner time. So I wanted to build some storage. So again, this wants a road, but it won't let me put it here because there's already a road. Okay. So we'll put it down and then we'll build the road again after. So that's a bit of a bug. Paper Dragon says, hello everyone, I'm back. Josephson says, hi back. I'm Josephson, being implied. He didn't actually go so far as to say, hey back, I'm Josephson, but we all knew it was there. We all knew Josephson. We all knew.
Deployment complete.
Alright, so we got some storage. Storage is good. Ah, that's better. Now, liquid storage would also be good. And you're pretty happy for me to put that anywhere. Can we, like... Do you consume power? You don't consume power. And you don't need to have corridor access. So can I just whack you here? Let's find out. Oh look, liquid storage down under the ground. Nice. Wouldn't that turn to ice? Okay, so it looks like this is where we needed to be going because we're finding survey spots. Survey says...
Deployment complete.
Oh, it already tells us what it's going to show us. Does it? High albedo formation. High albedo formation. High albedo formation. Okay, where am I going to mine some, Where the hell is this truck going? I did not tell it to go there. It's doing a big loop around the back here. Look at this. Look at this. Huh. Now we got ice, and we got more geological anomalies that all just say the same thing. High albedo formation. But we haven't found anywhere we can mine metals yet. Okay, so we need liquid pipe connection to the storage. That makes sense. They cost 5 plates each. Are you... See, this is what I mean. Like, this is ridiculous. I just need like a bajillion plates to build anything at all. This is... Yeah. Balancing required. Just give me all of the plates. And then we'll whack in some... Where are they? Build kits. Can't fit them. Nothing weighs 50. So we'll just take 4 batches of plates, because apparently everything needs a bajillion plates. It's still saying order scout to explore the darkness. This will not go away, so this is a bug as well. But yeah, we're definitely not able to manufacture anything. Penny has been lying down out here for a really long time. Not sure how we can save her from herself. Might need to restart the game, maybe. Okay. Now, we collect the liquid storage. It's a shame it has to run along the corridors, really, because otherwise we could just connect it around the back here. Oh, actually, we maybe could have done that. We could have just put one here. That was a waste of space. Okay, so you're not building one there? Why is that? I feel like that blueprint has just been there ages. There we go. So I don't know what this established Axion base is about. I suspect it's about this Order Scout to explore the darkness, and I'm actually wondering if it's not in the game yet, and that's why it hasn't progressed. So why are you saying there's still no liquid pipe connection? Oh, really? You didn't add in that blueprint? Seriously? Okay, judging. A little bit of judging going on there. It did the up and across, and so I placed it thinking it was placing both, but no, it only placed one. Okay, sure. There are some quality of life improvements that could be made, and there are definitely some bugs. I am in fact going to save and reload the game and see if we can rescue Penny from herself. Tux, why are you yelling? Why are you yelling at me? High albedo. I have no idea what high albedo is even meant to mean, so if you do know, congratulations. If there's something... I'm usually pretty good at typo. If this game mentions an aquatuner, we're going to get to see Sophia lose her shit live on Twitch. Like you haven't seen it before. Albedo is reflectiveness. Oh, really? How come I've never heard that word? That seems like a pretty basic word. Why haven't I heard that word? Penny is still floating in midair out here. She's very relaxed, though. She's happy, like... But she's still floating in midair, so... That seems to be also a bug. I don't know what she's doing out here. I don't know how she got here. Because we definitely didn't place like a habitat blueprint or anything. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. I do know that Tux desperately wants me to do something for him, and he's not going to stop yelling at me until I do. So, BRB. Alright, and I'm back. Also, it's not aquatuners that make me lose my shit in Oxygen Not Included. It's a whole bunch of other stuff. I have actually uninstalled it, and I have decided I'm not going to play it, at least not for a little while. It doesn't do my mental health any good. Much as I enjoy the game, I'm just going to watch other people play it. But second, you act like I've never lost my shit on Twitch before. I have definitely lost my shit on Twitch before. Kind not as much as I allow myself to lose on my shit sometimes when I'm talking to you guys on Discord, but I have definitely kind of lost my shit on Twitch. Breath of the Wild comes to mind. Commonly applied to cloud cover. Okay. Interesting. Why are you guys not getting any game audio? That's weird. Oh, you are? Okay. There wasn't any. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so... Oh wow, we can sort of zoom out and see what's going on. I am intrigued that telling it to explore out there, it just kind of created this whole big path around here. But we still can't actually find anywhere to mine. So let's send the scout out. Just saying too steep, too steep, too steep. Let's send it out there. We also apparently have extended our range somehow. I'm not entirely sure. Like, this blue thing means buildable space, right? Not power, but yeah, interesting. Well, yeah, but it didn't. The last time we tried, it just went to the place we clicked on and then came back. Like, that's what it's doing now, right? It went to the place I clicked and it's coming back. It didn't create its own path. Oh, that's interesting. This is as soon as we cross the region, we no longer have any stuff. Interesting. Then this has got like a little ice mining site. Resource quality poor. There was one, right, I wanted to see if we could send the little scout dude over here. Clear this fog. Can you come out here somewhere? Where'd it go? Where'd our little scout dude go? Scout dude! Wait, are you our scout dude? Why? Where are you going? Where on earth? What are you doing? I told you to go over here. Where is it going? I am very intrigued. I told it to go where my mouse is right now. Have you looked at Voyages of Neera? I have. I think I got sent a key for it. No? I might have got sent the demo. I think I got sent the demo. But I haven't actually played it. I haven't actually checked it out, so. But I am aware of it. Even though the Coast Guard proved spirals are less effective search passions, even though you don't completely understand the science behind the better way. I'll take your word for that. Where are you going, buddy? Seriously, I told you to go here. I guess now I know why we ended up with this spiral pattern, right? Because it went this way to get to here instead of just going this way. We finally have found a mining node. Why can't you... Why won't you cross here? What is going on? Scout. There. Go there. You weirdo. There's absolutely no reason why you couldn't have just gone yoink. Alright, let's do a survey. Survey says... We're still not able to progress this, whatever this is, and our reputation is in the toilet. I don't quite understand why. I guess we just have to keep doing these surveys to, you know, and then take the +10 maybe from time to time. Don't know what those points were about. We haven't seen anything about those at all. Now where are you going? Come survey here. And then here. And then here. And then here. All right, let's take the massive reputation boost, shall we? Because it seems like that's a thing we need. I don't quite understand this. Because it decays at -4% per week. Even though we got a bunch of boosts. But, I mean, it's day 45, right? So we've only had... okay. Yeah, it's many weeks, I guess. Let's take the discovery points this time. Let's take the reputation. This game might require a more paused fortress. Yeah, but they don't achieve anything while they're paused. You can lay things down, but they don't actually achieve them. I just think time moves too fast. Time just moves too fast. They need to adjust that. That's kind of insane. That's kind of insane. Alrighty. So, I think I might leave it there. I think we're getting into a part of the game where I would need to play it off stream to kind of figure out how it works and how, because I'm feeling like we're a little bit trapped in this space. We can't have roads and corridors going, so I don't quite understand why that is. Why can't we have like a pedestrian bridge over a road or something? Hopefully that's something that we can get later, or that they will put into the game later or something, because like this is just going to keep sprawling out. We don't seem to have the means to place another hub. Although I wonder if we need one. Like, can I just place a habitat like out here? Connect it via corridor to like a power plant and like make a little mini base over there? Is that a thing I can do? I don't know. I don't know. But it definitely has potential. Like, it definitely has potential. I'm actually quite enjoying it. I'm just a little bit perplexed about why we're stuck on this, and I think it's because of the stage of development the game is in. So yeah, summary of my thoughts on playing this game is, first of all, and this is a little bit of a pet peeve for me, as people regulars to the channel will already be aware, do not hard code your keybinds either literally or into your tutorial text, please. That's why God invented variables, right? Or arguments, or whichever way you're coding it. Instead of going, the tutorial says press WASD, you go, the tutorial says press the keys that have been assigned to movement. Whatever those keys happen to be. Please, please. Personal pet peeve, thanks. Second of all, yeah, the speed is too fast when you're learning the game. I strongly suspect that you might get to a point where you've developed so much that the speed is actually too slow to see any progress, and this is why so many games that do colony builders have speed variables. So, second point, maybe look at your speed options. Third point, what was my third point? Oh yeah, consumables and how much it costs to build things seem unbalanced, and or how heavy they are and how much you can receive via shipment is unbalanced versus how much you're going to need to spend. That's how it feels to me, anyway. What else? There were probably other things that I ranted about before, but on the whole, I actually really like this game. I'm really enjoying it. Might have to see how it develops, and maybe we can revisit it later. Because yeah, like, what's this? Region 1, solid surface, -- %, ice, -- %, minerals, dash dash percent. Like, what do we have to do to fill that out? Do we have to survey? Like, if I tell the scout to survey everything we found... Excuse me. Thank you. No, I've got to do it the other way. Will it fill in that information? I wonder. Or is that just something that's not actually in the game yet? You wonder if this game has an expectation of expertise tax associated with it, like what I was saying earlier, it's not uncommon in sciencey games. Do you know what? I feel like it doesn't. And this is what I was saying to you earlier, like if this game was written with actual scientists who have studied the various aspects of science that would contribute to the ability to build a base on the moon, and that's, you know, many and varied sciences involved in that. But if you had that level of knowledge and this game was aimed at you, that would be completely inaccessible to somebody like me. I have basic high school science and whatever I've picked up through the years knowledge. And like, I'm not necessarily the target demographic. I'm not claiming it should be accessible to me. I am just saying it would not be if it was aimed at someone with that level of scientific understanding of how something like this might work. Picked up a lot through osmosis from you and DC and some others. Maybe. Yeah, okay, we're not managing our heating and cooling. But that's okay, because I said we were going to finish. So I'm just going to go to the BRB screen while I switch over, and we will pick back up where we left off on Machinica Atlas. But this has been Possible 1 Lunar Industries. Key provided by Player Found. And yeah, I colour me intrigued. I am willing to watch this space.